I bet you've seen examples of text, or what we call lettering, whether in a YouTube video or out in the world, and thought to yourself, how did they do that? Creating text like you see here is usually more than just a pretty font. Sure, the font plays a part, but it's rarely the only thing that makes for standout text. What makes this particular text stand out are what we call effects. One effect that everyone knows is the ubiquitous drop shadow, right? You might have even applied an effect like a shadow in your favorite presentation software, maybe to punch up your project. Well, in this tutorial, you'll take that lettering you made in the previous tutorial in this series, and you'll make it pop, adding some color and applying an effect to bring it to life. Before you start applying whatever effects you want in Illustrator, it's important to think about what you'll be doing with this lettering. Is it an icon for an app? Or is it something you'll use in a printed poster? You can use effects how you want to achieve the look you're going for, but it's important to know how applying certain effects will impact your artwork. There are two kinds of effects we can use: Illustrator effects, which we tend to call vector effects, and Photoshop effects, also known as raster effects. Both effects leave artwork editable within Illustrator. Although raster effects will rasterize your artwork when you export as an image or a PDF, for instance. Whichever type of effect you use, the artwork in Illustrator is still vector and editable. If you need a reminder about vector versus raster, we cover that in the first tutorial in our orientation series. So how do we make our text pop using effects? With something selected, like our text that we turned into shapes in the previous tutorial in this series, you can apply an effect from the effect menu up here. You can see all the effects we can apply. For this example, we'll apply a drop shadow, which is an Illustrator effect. Once you apply it, you can set it up to look the way you want, including changing the color. Want to know the best part about effects? Aside from adding cool factor to your projects, they are completely non-destructive. That means you can edit them later or remove them completely. In the Properties panel, you can see that our drop shadow is applied here. Want to get rid of it? Click the trash can and remove it. Want to edit it? Click the name of the effect, and you can see the drop shadow options again. Maybe you want to fine-tune what you did. Also, the artwork, like I said, it's still editable no matter what type of effect you apply. So let's recap. Effects are one way to add the wow factor to your projects. There are a few kinds in Illustrator, vector and raster. Once you apply either type of effect, the artwork remains vector and you can easily edit or remove it later. Now it's your turn. Start this tutorial with step-by-step instructions to practice adding effects to your artwork.